I voted for Trump, and I'm better than you. 42. How old are you? Well then, thanks, ma'am. Because he's a better candidate. He's not an idiot like fucking Kamala. No, it's Kamala. His immigration, his taxes, the fact that he says there's only two genders and trying to stop. Okay. The fact that he's going through with it. He's deporting people. Get rid of them. To close off the borders and to deport all the illegals. He hasn't deported a single legal person. Then name one. One legal person, citizen that he deported. Yes, name one. Garcia was illegal. True or false? Garcia was illegal. No, his visa was passed. It was over. No, he was under status where he couldn't get deported back to El Salvador, which he could have got deported somewhere else, but they still sent him to El Salvador. But no, but he was still deportable. How did I? What do you mean? Getting someone out of the country. But that's good enough for me. Well, you can define your definition. Sure, let's enlighten me, humor me. Which was where he was from. Correct, but he because he was beating his wife up. He was beating his wife up. So he was a nuisance to America, getting rid of a worthless illegal immigrant. He was illegal. All right, go. Well, who's the next person? Who? It's your side versus my side. I see him as illegal. You see him as not. He was deportable, but it was not deportable to El Salvador. In what 2019? So this is 2000. This is 2025. That no, he was not. It was expired. It was expired. No, no, his temporary stay was expired too. You should look it up again, sir. Yeah. I mean, I guess it's 2025. I guess it's 2025. I can't assume you're a sir. And Democrats are weird like that. You could be a sir, you could be a ma'am, you could be a goat. Who knows? No, I care about U.S. citizens. I do. On student visas, as long as they're a good student and a well citizen, if they're out breaking the law, they should go back. That are that are bashing that are bashing America. No, but I don't care about them. They should go back to their country. Oh, the Muslim dude. I can't think of his name offhand. Muhammad Shamamid, I'm sure, something like that. The Muslim dude. I'm sure it's like Muhammad something. I'm assuming. Well, he's bashing America, so he's pretty much a terrorist at that point. You think I care what anybody thinks in here? I'll still roll over and go to bed and wake up who I am. You're like the eighth person I'm trolling today, so feel good about that. I do care. I can speech in a terrorist threat way. That was close. That was that was close. That was close. Muhammad, or whatever you said. Khalil. Potato. I would have to go Google it what he said. I don't remember. I don't want to quote him wrong. I don't want to quote him wrong. I mean, I read articles, but I can't really quote him. He probably said Allah Ahmed or something. Allah Akbar. Praise Allah or some shit. Praise Jesus in their language. Praise Allah, Jesus, same thing. They're Jesus. It's this. It's their God. I don't go to church, so I was baptized Catholic, but I haven't been to church in like 30 years. I'm here. No, I want to claim to be one. No, I do not. Illegals, yes. If they're bashing America, yes. If they're bashing America, yes. They're here trying to get education, but bashing at the same time while we're doing them a favor. Why does he go back to get his education? Get his education where he's a country then. Okay, okay, absolutely. If you were born in the U.S. and you're bashing it, get the fuck out. Go somewhere else. Plain and simple. If you don't like it here, fucking go. I'll help you pack your bags. You see the W guess. That's me. I'm sure. What do you like? That's good. I love it. And all those idiots, all those idiots that were kneeling during the national anthem, get them the fuck out of here too. They don't care about America. Go ahead and leave. Oh, am I? Because I love America. I care about people that love America. I love America. I love America. I don't like the anti-Americans. Well, I don't care what you think. So you're okay with people bashing America and taking all the welfare and all that? That's insane. So how many illegals do you have living in your house right now? Oh boy, here we go with that. What do you mean no one's illegal? Illegals. Oh, you potato once again. How many how many undocumented immigrants do you have in your house? You're so welcoming. You're so welcoming. Why don't you let them in and support them? Bullshit. Yeah, you can probably drive. Yeah, you can probably drive around the block. You can probably I don't know where you're from, but you can probably drive around the block and find a couple begging for money. Go ask them. Hey, come on, move in with me. I'll support you. Why don't you? A ton, a fuck ton between Medicare, welfare, fucking. They can. What do you? They can definitely apply for them. Well, you go and apply. I guess I don't fucking know. Or, well, we're working cash on the table. Working cash on the table. Working cash on the table. That's still illegal again. You shut up. No, there's illegal immigrant benefits. WIC, all that. WIC or the I'm saying no, they do not. You can you can go as an immigrant and apply for benefits, and you don't need any of that shit. Yes, I, I they're all the same. They should abolish all of it. They should abolish all of it. How, how many vaccines do you have? I think it's fucking with your head. Well, I didn't get any vaccines or boosters. Those are for idiots. Thanks. I like to think so. Let's go back to the transgender now. Why? You're offended by that? Oh. Eh, I don't care if I don't care if I get banned. I don't care if I get banned. That's the thing. Are you sensitive to if you got banned? Like, what would you do without TikTok? Oh my god. Same as with me. Are you a part of the LGBTQPX, whatever how many letters there are now? I don't. There's so many different letters in it nowadays. Eh, It's the whole alphabet. Are you part of the LGBTQTZ2 plus? I don't know how many letters. There it is. Venning's got it right there. LGB. It's the whole alphabet. My mother? I call her mom. Her name's Mom. It is. That's what I call my mom. I don't know what you call your mom, but I call my mom mom. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. There it is, right there. LGBTQRSTLM plus plus. See? Are we having fun yet? I'm having a good time. No, America's the best country in the world. America is the best country in the world. Hey, have you ever traveled outside the United States? I was in Greece the first term of President Trump, and they were like, Trump's doing good. I was in Greece, and they said Trump's doing a good job. Anybody outside of the United States? Good. The stock went up today. Dow Jones went up today. True or false? True or false? True or false? True or false? Stock market going up? Or is that what you're gonna say? Gas, gas prices are going down. Groceries are going down. Stock market's going up, and then it, and then when the tariff plan comes, I'm, and then when the tariffs go into plan, the stock market's really going to go. What's your question? When people like you get all whiny and upset about it, everything's everything's going good right now. Like I said, the stock market went up today. Says who? You? It's going up. Gas is going down. It went up yesterday too. It, I pay attention a lot because I'm a heavy investor in it. So wait, correct. And when it went down a lot, I put more into it because I know it's going to go up. It's gonna fucking boom. It goes down every president switch. It goes down every president switch. It goes down every president switch. It goes down every presidential switch. Every 4 years, it goes down for a few months and then goes back up. Look it up from Trump to Biden, and look it up from Obama to Trump. It always goes down, and then it goes back up. Go ahead and follow me. Oh darn! My freedom of speech, you dick. Where's my freedom of speech, you dickhead? Where's my freedom of speech at? You can't put me on mute. You can't put me on mute. The hypocrisy here is crazy. Sure, I'll play along. No, I came up here on my own. Sure, sure. Yep, gotcha. Oh, please don't kick me. What will I do? What will I do? It's it's cheap entertainment. This is cheap entertainment for me. This is cheap entertainment for me. I like wasting people's time, really. I'm sitting here.
I'm doing all right, man. How are you? I'm 30. Yes, I did. Um, you know, um, I'm a capitalist. I know Democrats don't like capitalism, but I'm a capitalist. I own a lot of real estate and whatnot, but well, I also own a lot of businesses. And what I found is that, in terms of what we had prior, like the administration that we had prior, it was a bit too soft. And in all the places that I've ever been. Go ahead. What? We were a bit too soft. Our administration was a bit too soft, and we were super lenient. Yeah, we were super lenient, like on the border. We were super lenient on the amount of money that we let out, and we were super lenient on, um, government waste. As evidenced by what? Oh man, I'm not in front of my computer right now, but if I and I'm watching my kid right now, so I was just hopping on here. But yeah, I have quite a few things written down, from a couple different lives and whatnot. I know we're not going to agree on everything, but or probably anything, right? I don't want to change your mind, but just from my point of view, right? I don't believe I voted over profits over people, but I don't really care about. Sorry about that, man. No, yeah, no, I understand what you're saying. I mean, I don't think that I voted for profit over people, but I do think that that maybe. Hold on, sorry. I do think that maybe, you know, I just don't really care too much. You know what? Maybe you're right. Maybe I did vote for profits over feelings. That's better. I mean, I genuinely care about people's feeling, or I care about people, but I don't really care about, you know, if they're mad at me, if they hate me, or, you know, or are they here legally, or they're just getting. Eh, it'd be cool to have some context on like what was said during the speech. You know, like okay, so they're on student property, you know, illegally. Well, they're here illegally. They're here with a student visa, and they're legally on. Okay. Yeah, and then, man, I don't want to lie to you and say I've read up on anything like that or any of that, you know, because I haven't, right? So, but what I, you know what, if we're talking about students, I think that's a good topic. Have you heard about the whole, the students are gonna, or people that have student loans are gonna, you know, have to start paying that back? So what's your stance on that? Yeah, I do think that the people, you know, Republican or Democrat, you know, I think that, I mean, at what point do we say, hey, you're old enough to start learning about financial literacy? I think that's, and that leads to like maybe another question. You know, what do you feel about like the the education system? I mean, do you think it's great? And I've had this conversation with quite a few Democrats, and they're very much the stance of, you know, it's not broken. Don't try to fix it. It's not broken. And my thoughts are, yeah, it's absolutely broken. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, if you're saying that all education is jacked, I don't know. There's a hypothesis, and it has to be proven. And is that what you're? Hmm. Okay. You were raised on that. Our history was fantastic. How old are you? I'm 30. So, did we not go to the? Did we not do the same? Go through the same history, or did we just maybe? Right. What state are you from? Can you answer my question? Like, did at least one, or do you have to? What? How is? Okay, I'm from Texas. I just said I'm from Texas. Okay. So where are you from? I got defensive because I felt like if I said something first and we happened to be in the same state, you would have changed your state. That's why I got defensive. Okay. So our what we're taught in schools are very, very similar because you asked me to go first because it just did. I mean, I don't know. That's what I thought as soon as. Yeah, I mean, when you're asking me and don't want to answer the question first. Okay, I mean, I'm not. So then why are you upset that I said what I said? No, but you're you're completely going on to a different topic. But you're upset that I did exactly what you did, which was ask you a question after, and then you asked me a question, and I asked you a question. Okay, I know that's what this. I asked two questions. I've had two questions. You said if I voted for Trump that I'm a bad person. That's okay. I mean, okay. Yeah, yeah. I don't care about people's feelings. That's for sure. Right. People's feelings. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I don't care about how you feel, man. Sorry. I mean, whether you're black, brown, gay, straight, it doesn't matter. I don't care about how you feel. I mean, you can say to shut your mouth because it's your life, right? But it is what it is. Yeah, their feelings, absolutely. Yeah, no, I don't. Their feelings. Yeah, I don't care about their feelings. Yeah, I don't care about their feelings, man. You're saying that I don't care about people. I'm saying I don't care about feelings. All I have said is I don't care about feelings. So how is that showing you anything? And what I said is I haven't even looked into it, so I don't know all the facts. I do not know. I don't know how else to answer that, dude. That's that. If people were getting deported based on what they're saying, yeah, I mean, if they're just talking, if you're just talking and you get deported, whether you're from here legally or illegally, if you specifically were to talk and get deported, I'd say that that's silly. No, I'm saying you specifically because it doesn't matter what color you are, it doesn't matter what origin you're from, it doesn't matter any of that stuff. I don't care. I don't care about you as a person. Anyone, yeah, anyone. That's what I'm referring to. Anyone. It doesn't matter if you're just getting deported based on you talking without, and again, I don't have any context, but just on you speaking, then yeah, of course. I mean, that's silly. Okay, but I don't know the context of it. So we could you could tell me that that's what's happening, but what if they're saying that they're going to bomb the school, or what if they're saying that they're going to do this or they do that? I mean, those are you're not even there, dude. So how do you know? Right, right, okay. Yeah, well then pull one. Okay, let's pull up a speech where they were talking. Of course, you don't have it. You don't have a video of them speaking and getting deported. You Here he goes, starting to block and mute. Here he goes. Here he goes. Why don't you put your tampon on, bro? No. Okay. I do not. Absolutely not. I mean, I'm just saying, if you're saying that, because here's the thing about the Democrats, the Democrat Party, or anybody who's against Trump. Okay, anybody who's against Trump. Okay, listen to what I'm saying. If all these people that are against Trump, they all say the same thing. Oh, you're saying this type of factual, or you're claiming that it's factual. Bring it to the table. Show us proof. And I tell you the same thing. It's a double standard here, dude. Oh, it's your live, right? You can do whatever the hell you want. Oh yeah, I get it. Yeah. Shut the fuck up. Just go put a fucking tampon in and shut the fuck up. Why don't you go put on some lipstick, bro? You're the child, dude. You started muting me right from the jump with any type of opposition, because you can't have a conversation, bro. No, no, it's because you're upset because I am telling the truth, that is what y'all do. Yeah, earlier in our conversation, you specifically said you have any proof on that, at the very beginning of our conversation, and I was like, well, no, I'm not in front of my computer right now. You're the one who started that, and then I tell you the same thing, and then you get all butthurt about it. That's what do you expect as proof? What is your burden of proof? Okay. Right. Now I don't just that's fine. But what you specifically said, what you were referring to a video, that there's video evidence that they are talking and just freely talking, and they're getting deported. So then show me the video. You said a video and I told you to show it. You said that's what you said, that's what's happening. Then show it. Okay, I can listen. So we don't know exactly what happened after that. Their whole lives aren't recorded, dude. Their whole lives aren't recorded. Absolutely, we should know what they're doing, but their whole lives aren't recorded, so we don't know. We do not know. I have no idea, because it hasn't been shown. There's no proof. There's no proof. There's no nothing. We don't know. We don't know. That's what I'm saying. I agree. There's no proof. All right. There's no proof. You're saying the proof is all they're doing is talking and there's video, and that's it. That's all the proof. But there is no. I have no. Maybe the police report. Maybe. Okay. Well, I mean, I haven't read the court description. If you're saying that there's a court case, is there a police report? Is there a police ICE report? Okay, because you haven't looked it up, right? Okay. You know what? Then here, look. I'll go ahead and look it up for you, buddy. I'll go ahead and look it up for you. Give me one person, and I'll look it up for you. I'm in front of my computer now. Give me one person. Right. Right. Oh, okay. All right. And let me explain. So I'm going to start caring about people right now and ask for a name. Just give me one name. Out of all these people that you're referring to, give me one name. You can't, if you know this by memory, I mean, you're stating it word for word, verbatim of what's actually happening, but yet you don't have a single name to prove. You don't have a single name at all. Give me one. Okay, perfect. Give me one. Not on this live with you and me. No, not at all. So go ahead. Give me one name. Give me one name, dude. I'm playing into yours. I'm okay. I'll play your game. Just give me a name. Give me a name. We started talking about science, and you told me that we have to disprove. I'm doing what exactly you told me to do. Let me disprove you. Dude, you specifically talked about science and how it has to disprove. Give me a name. Give me a name, host. You don't want to give me a name? Just give me one name. I want to prove you right. If you're right, okay, that's great. Just give me a name. Just one name. If you could just say a name, look, I'll say a name. Mark, Jason, Adam, Lincoln. Dude, in 1 second, I could say a name. What I'm going to do personally, I'm going to look up that name and look up you told me to go look it up. Okay, I'm looking it up, buddy. Give me one name. Just one. I don't. I told you that. I don't. I just told you I haven't heard about what's going on, dude. Okay, go. Oh, because you don't want to be disproved on your own live, dude. You don't want to be disproved on your own live. Bro, I'm in front of my computer right now. I could look it up for you right now for your host. Then give me a name so I can look up a specific reference, a specific time. Of course, you want to.
Good. How you doing, buddy? 30. I voted independent. Not the biggest fan. But I keep an open mind. Uh, from what I saw, it was what has already been imposed on us. And all right, go ahead and educate me because I'm here to listen and learn. Okay. Well, if we have a trade deficit with a country, trying to even that out seems pretty fair. If what you say is true, sure, but we should still try to get out of a deficit. And yeah, as am I. I came in here pretty respectful, so if you don't like how I'm talking to you, that's plenty fine. Yeah, I'm not hard down on any opinions. I'm just trying to have a quick conversation. So, again, we're a nation that's $36 trillion in debt. We got to figure something out. And to be honest with you, I didn't see anything from the Dems that was going to, reduce the deficit. Try, yeah, try to grow the economy other than spending bills. And, a lot of these, bills are, you know, good faith, feel good, they're for the right causes. But, like the Green New Deal, for example, $50 trillion, over the next 30 years to get us carbon neutral when we couldn't support going all electric for vehicles. Like, and there's no possible way that the country already has the infrastructure to support those. And sure, but again, where do you think like all these charging stations and stuff? Not quite. So just a brief point on it because all the power for these charging stations and you name it, most major cities is coming from coal burning plants. And I mean, it's true. You can't say, I can't say if what you say is true and then whatever me. Correct. And also too, like all the just I'm not trying to piss you off, man. I'm just trying to just make one more quick point. Um I mean, you got to calm down. Your face is getting flush. Like, I got you, buddy. So, all these, rare minerals, nickel, for example, which is not really rare, but like needs to be mined, uh, platinum for all these like batteries and stuff. Have you seen what like any of these mines look like? They're like a 3 mile hole in the earth. So it's kind of counterproductive. I mean, there's a lot of rare earth mineral mines that are just not great for the environment. So, people who are against fracking, you know, that's one good stance, but also, boring into the earth and carving out miles and miles and miles of, rare materials doesn't really seem too green to me either. That's all I got. Yeah. Yeah, correct. And I mean, for what you said, yeah. Yeah, yeah, that's understandable. I mean, again, that's going to directly impact consumers. Yeah. Are we not the global leader though? I mean, short term, no. Yeah, in a sense. You don't think we bullied our way to the top? Our so we forget about and it was only a month or two ago when Doge first started and they started shutting down all the foreign aid and US aid, right? They started like seizing, stopping those payments or whatever. But regardless of whether it's, technically fraud, I wouldn't go that far, but we are peddling influence all over the world with that money. We want people to operate how we want to. So if you don't think that's bullying in another sense, yeah, people are getting paid for it, but we're getting our way. So whether it's financial or it's, tough talk from the bad orange, it's kind of the same thing. I mean, I don't have a major in economics. It's not, your guess is as good as mine. What's your plan? I did. I told you I didn't. I told you I voted independently. I voted for Jill Stein. I didn't say I supported him. I said I wasn't a big fan, and I was curious about reciprocal tariffs if they were, which you told me that was based off of the deficit, the trade deficit. So that point is kind of null. So I don't appreciate you kind of being cynical and trying to bully me into saying I did support Trump when I didn't. You're not really being fair to me. Again, I had a question and you answered it. So I appreciate it. But again, you're kind of talking down to me. I don't appreciate it. This is my first time in the live. I heard what you're talking about for about 30 seconds and made a comment. So I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on. I wish you all the best, buddy.
What's up, bro? How you doing? Did you come to Christ yet? Because he loves you. So I really, really want to get your take on this. Okay, so is that better? So do you really, really think that we're just like parasites? I took care of it. It's not good. Why does it have to be like perfectly fucking silent? Sounds like you're scared.
I'm doing all right. How are you doing? How old am I? I'm 56. I did. Because I'm sick of business as usual, and I think the government needs to be looked into pretty seriously with the amount of waste, and I feel that there is a lot of corruption. Well, I don't know that that really matters. I mean, you could draw correlations and things to, you know, they're talking market manipulations and a lot of other different things with the things that Why wouldn't you? Well, of course, I would like to make money too, but I'm a worker bee, but I certainly would like. Well, I'm not. I'm not sure about that. I think. Well, if you look at the alternative to what, do you think you need to explain everything to everybody, or your superior? Well, I'm not too sure I mind if he's a billionaire or not, but I do believe. What about Elon? Yeah, what's wrong with that? No, I did not say that. How can you read that? I am saying that there needs to be a full audit of government operations. Well, I mean it I mean obviously you're being insincere. I mean anybody would absolutely know that of course Elon is a billionaire. You'd have to be a fucking idiot not to know that. Why do you focus on that? What are we talking about? I told you I voted for Trump. Well, that's a feeling you have. It's what's unequivocally true. Well, I probably wouldn't totally disagree with you 100% on that, but I'm just not too sure that what the guy's worth has anything to do with necessarily um, going after the government's outlandish waste. Outlandish, ridiculous. Yeah, I can see her becoming impatient again. That's because, yeah, I wouldn't disagree with you on that one. Well, that's bullshit. Who cares? Because how many people are voted into government appointed positions in a cabinet and a staff and everything else? That's just that's disingenuous of you. What does he need to be confirmed for? Every department head? Not necessarily. No, no, not true. Not true. Name one that didn't. Well, I don't have an answer for that one. I just think you have a certain belief. And not necessarily. Well, no, because look, Elon Musk is the head of Doge. Welcome, welcome to life. Well, I have a feeling you might tell me. Well, why don't you tell me? On paper, where? What kind of paper are we going to write his name down on? Trump picked him and named him as an employee of his. Okay, name him. Well, here's. I'm listening. If you say so. No, I don't. What's her name? Yeah? Well, you're kind of like calling me an idiot, but you don't have the, you know, you can't name that. I don't think he is. He's, yeah. Well, I mean, why do you have to state the obvious? Do you have a problem with Doge? I think it's a good. Well, what is it? And that's where I'm coming from. Well, I'm just glad that they're digging in and actually somebody has actually come to the point at this day and age that we have an incredible amount of governmental waste and bullshit that, well, I don't know. Name. No, it's been a while. I've heard a whole shitload, and if you would disagree that there's not a shitload of governmental waste that's embarrassing to the average person with common sense, that our government is crooked. Well, what do you think they were going to find? Um, oh, okay. So name that. Name the ones that bother you. Well, I'm just wondering. if you don't think the government needs to be taken into rein a little bit, and with the corruption, we have so much corruption, and how are all of our government leaders becoming filthy rich? Well, how do you think that would be done? How do you think that would be done? Well, so how do we come about? I'd be fine with that. Why H&R Block? I don't have a problem with it. Um, well, what it really boils down to is that nobody's done this before. And this is uncharted territory. And the flat out, I'm thrilled about the government shakeup. I am thrilled that somebody actually has the balls to come in and they can get the fuck out. You'd have to define legally. Well, how about if they're flying the flags of their countries and protesting? You know what? This is a country of opportunity. Well, I don't appreciate. That's your opinion. Sure. But how do you feel about people flying the Palestinian flag and doing damage to universities and well, how about you go to school and you're a Jewish person and people are treating you like shit? Don't they have rights? Well, don't you watch the news? How do you feel about people coming in here and flying the Mexican flag? Why do you ask that? No, I'm in one of the most liberal states in the. Well, that's a pretty good guess here. Yeah, that's because you're so. Hey, I've gone to other countries and they nail my accent right off the bat. I've been to several different countries and they know. And I've also wondered how in the hell do they pick one state out and my accent? So yeah, so there's that. Who are these people? Well, you say these people. Like, do you mean Elon? Elon? Well, I don't. You know what? I don't know what you mean by that. I mean, restate it. We do not have the resources to clog up the court systems for everybody that. Yeah, but that's a blurry deal you're talking about there. Yes, it is. Well, who? What do you mean by legal? I mean, we're not going to clog up the carts. Well, who? I think you're very irritable today. I mean, it's just I'm gonna have to say that like the dude that was sent to El Salvador and everybody's fighting so hard for him. I say fuck him. I got I've heard enough where I understand that he's probably MS-13. Well, I am. I am. That has there's people. What? I don't mind. Name one. Name one. So, what's his story? No, you didn't. You said he's here legally, allegedly. Well, it's a privilege to come here. And there are so many countries. I don't know, pretty much these days it's just on a whim. And it doesn't matter because 77 million people voted for Trump, and that's there was a mandate.
Yeah, I'm all right. You? 44. I did. Actually, I voted for Trump 3 times. So, what was your question?
And you don't have a cold enough nearby.
Okay. Okay. So now, is that an opinion or is that your facts? What is that? Right. But, well, because that last part that you mentioned about me not caring about others. Now, is that right? But is that your opinion or do you have a fact that you know for a fact? Well, the thing is that you made a statement, a factual statement that says, I don't care about people. Is so because I voted for so because I voted for somebody, I don't care about other people. Oh, that I mean, if that's going to be the case, you're absolutely right. There are people that I do not care about. There's a lot of people I don't care about.
Hello. I'm doing fine. How about you? I'm 18. I would have, but I was 17. You said you believe in it because I see him as a better leader for the country than Kamala Harris. Just the policies that he's gonna put into place to help America, like the tariffs. I think they're good. I know that I I didn't look at the math that he did. No, but I typically tariffs throughout history have brought business back to America. No, of course. No. Well, I don't think the idea was ever to instantly bring it back. I think when he set tariffs, we all knew that it was going to have to get worse before it was going to get better, but it'll eventually. Well, not effectively ever, because it'll eventually, the plant, I don't think that anything can happen overnight. I think it's going to take a while for things to get better. I mean, I'm not an economist, but uh well, it'll never all come back, but it'll at least to bring jobs back to America. Not maybe not every job that was ever lost, but if anything, it's already starting to bring jobs back, whether the cost has gone up or down. There's jobs coming back to America already from it. I mean, that's I I'm not gonna know every single thing about it, but there are literally people opening companies back, opening warehouses back in America to keep their small businesses and stuff back here. Okay. Okay. I mean, it's going to promote bringing back in the places that make the parts, of course. So that brings in more jobs than we had before, which is, I mean, yeah, there was going to have you not seen the baby boom? He wants a baby boom, so he's wanting more people to come to America. Like he's setting up long-term plans. That's like you can set like not everybody can have a perfect job. There we have to bring back jobs to decrease unemployment. Like, do you think the homeless person's so do you think that you said we get fewer and fewer crumbs every decade? Why what do you mean? Why do you think that's just due to the fact that we're making like what are you trying to say that's okay? What I'm confused. What political party are you associating yourself with? Neither? Okay, yeah. I wouldn't say that I'm necessarily like a straight ballot Republican either. But I'm just saying like there it's a it's more of a long-term idea. Like people are starting to get freaked out right now because prices are going up, but in the long run, no, believe me, I know. I pay all my own bills. I mean, yeah, but there's there's going to be people that are unhoused due to anything. Like if you would have cut, I mean, there are bad things about it, but in the long term, it's a plan to strengthen the economy. That's what I've been talking about the plan for the last 10 minutes. The I think the end goal in this is just when unemployment has decreased, like there's no metric to say everybody has to have a job. Everybody this. When to take the tariffs away? When America can provide for itself like it could before. Like just in the last 50 years, America. No, we've always traded with other countries, but this is the first. Yeah, of course not, but we import more things now than we ever have before, and that's what he's trying to stop. Yeah. So to bring the focus on manufacturing back would be to be more self-sufficient. So that we're not paying extra to import things in when we could make it ourselves. Are we? So right before the tariffs, when everybody was still living paycheck to paycheck, everything was fine. So if he has a plan in the long term to bring prices down on things, is that not a good plan? Okay, well, I feel like right now you're seeing it different than I am. Can I ask another question to you? No, I get what you're saying and I respect it, but I got another question for you. It's actually what made me request to join. Do you believe the assault accusations? Really? That the lady didn't know what day it happened. She couldn't recall, but she just knew it was on a Tuesday at 2 p.m. in the coffee shop. This man who was dating the lady who said it happened like 20 years before while she was in the coffee. Then which one are you talking about? Because I which one? Will you tell me the details then? No, I think that you don't know. Who said the jury convicted him in chat? That's just not true. Well, I got you. I appreciate the conversation, and I appreciate your time, man. Have a good one.
Hello. It's going all right. How are you? I'm 49. I did. I have several reasons why. So you're going to ask that is a blank.